My bad. I was feeling the beats as they were fading out. I was feeling the beats as they were fading out. I didn't mean to leave you hanging.
Oh, that's fine.
But no, dude.
No,
today,
I'm getting used to it. You know, I'm getting used to being treated like that. So it's cool. Man. It's all right.
Today's gonna be a new day.
A new day?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I came to the realization that sometimes I go on and on and on and on and on.
Sometimes you're
kinda
very
get lost.
mean. You're very mean to me.
I get lost.
Very mean.
And that too. It's I don't know. It's something about my.
It's something about your freedom that I just
I think
can't deal with.
the freedom burns too hot. It's like my chest is like on it's on fire, and I just want to like constantly just be yelling at the whole world like, Gah! Or something along those lines. I don't know. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about the Federal Reserve and the immigration and immigration.
Immigration.
Yeah.
Why immigration? You're an immigrant. I'm an immigrant.
Well, we're all immigrants, and that's one of the hot topics right now in the Congress. They're trying to pass the amnesty bill and make, what is it?
They want to legalize like 15 million people or something like
Right,
that. Is
right.
that it?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, that's a lot.
So we'll get into that. Me being an immigrant,
But
and
those people are
being of
here,
immigrant descent or whatnot.
right? They're already living here. They're already working here. So
Right.
I mean,
Well, there's a catch.
it's-
There's a catch-22, and we'll figure those out as the show goes on.
Okay.
But I would love to, and I'm sure you're down because it's coming up,
I don't
and
know
the
what
Fed,
it is, but yes.
and the Fed. No,
Oh,
and the
yes.
Fed,
Yes.
and the Fed's coming up. When's that scheduled?
May 18th.
So
which
we
is
have that.
next Saturday. So we got to get out there and do this.
Yeah, literally less than a few days away.
We have
at this
like
point.
it's about a week from now. So, but we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. You're gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well then, we're there. I know Sean's gonna be there, and I'm sure there's gonna be many other people there too. So, we're just gonna go out and make our voice known, make our voice heard, and just say, hey man, we think you guys are a bunch of criminals, a bunch of crooks, and you should not have any rights over our money.
Right. Exactly. And for them to have the power that they have, not even really controlled or governed by the United States government or the actual people, us, we the people, for that matter.
People.
The Federal Reserve System, it operates on its own. It's autonomous. It's like this private corporation that basically hijacked and usurped the United States in terms of the power of the purse. Congress used to have that.
Yeah, well, there's really no point to them. There's
Well,
no
yeah,
need
exactly.
for them. And
So-
that's and ever since they've taken over, we've had many problems.
Exactly.
So-
And yeah, 1913, the Federal Reserve Act, when it was created on Jekyll Island, we had a large conglomerate of the Cassius cartel, where these. That's what that.
Cash.
That's
Like
what.
the cash?
Yeah. So that's what Anthony J. Hilder calls them, the Cassius cartel.
Cassius.
I guess the cash guys. Something
Cash
like that.
is?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's
Where
one of
does
his
the
terms.
ES come from?
It's probably one of those Latin words. I don't know. But all I do know
Like
is this.
Cachet.
I've seen tons of information about the Federal Reserve,
Okay.
and they're basically this cartel. Well, that would make sense. They want to control the cash. They control the money.
Yeah, but
this
how
cash
would-
cartel. These cartels who created the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 during Christmas at that what was it? Christmas Eve. It was at midnight. The Federal Reserve Act was passed while everyone was on vacation,
Yeah.
and they had the meeting in
Well, there
Jekyll
must have been
Island.
a couple people
The
there
meeting,
to vote
well, of
on it.
course, the meeting at Jekyll Island before that, though, is where the major industrialists of the United States, the men that built America, some would call them, they all met. To name a few, the Rockefellers, they were there, and they met with who else? J.P. Morgan's, the Morgan family. Who else? The Astors. I'm like totally spaced out right now.
Well,
But I'm always spaced
you
out,
don't have to
especially-
name every single
So many
family.
things going
people,
on. Right,
people
right,
get
right,
the
yeah.
whole point.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, these families, they ended up meeting at this place called Jekyll Island on the East Coast, and they met together to create the Federal Reserve Act. They helped write it, get it together, and they had it passed in Congress. And the president at the time, was it Woodrow Wilson? at the what was it at the end of his presidency, he said, "Man, I made a big mistake. You know, I really messed up by
He basically
supporting
sold
this.
out
I
his
sold out the
country.
entire country for the
Crazy.
next 100 years, and by the 100 years time, we're where we are now.
Yeah, thanks.
You know,
Thanks a lot.
2013, 100 years. Some talk about this 100-year charter. I once at one point was like, okay, well, this makes sense, but then I looked further into it. There is no charter, but at the same time, the 100-year anniversary can be used as a pivotal stepping stone or something that we can use against them.